Curator ship models. That is my job here. I take care of this collection of models. We have over 6,000 models in the collection altogether. What you're going to see here is only about 220 of them are actually on display. You have to understand that 4,500 of my 6,000 are no bigger than about that. They're little ID models in 1/1200 scale. All right, so let's start with this collection. In 1936, Henry Huddleston Rogers willed to us his collection of models. He was a wealthy man. His dad was co-founder of Standard Oil, so he came from money. He earned it the old-fashioned way. He inherited it. He was also a colonel in the Army. He had a passion for ship models and other things he collected, but the ship models is what we're going to talk about. In our collection, he willed us 108 models, of which out of the 108, 50 of them were dockyard models. And you asked me, what's a dockyard model? Did I hear someone ask me that? Sure I did. Dockyard models are models that are built at the same time in the same yard as the ship they represent. Okay? Now, we'll start with this model right here. This is the St. George of 1701. Now, what makes this model so unique is the fact that this model is still all in its original state. It's 309 years old, almost 310 years old. That ship was rigged originally. That's got to be the finest quality of silk you ever find. I have only been able to find one line, one little short line about 3 inches long that's been replaced on that model. So that model is totally original, including the rigging. Now, one thing you'll also see in our collection here are these antique cases. There was 11 cases made for these type of models in the world. 9 of them are here out of the 11 in the world. This happens to be one. The Surgeonsons, when they acquired this model, also had this case made for this particular model. You'll see that the detail is exquisite. Books have been written about this particular model, especially in rigging. This gives us our reference for rigging for that time period, going all the way back to 1700. This is a dockyard model, yes. You'll find that almost every one of these in this collection are dockyard models. This one dates back to 1701. Our oldest model in this collection dates back to 1650. It's actually 360 years old.
Wow. So the other 2 cases are probably still in England? Display cases?
We make that assumption, yes.
And how old's the case?
Same age as the model. That case is 309 years old also.
The lights inside have been
You
added.
see how the glass is all blown and how it all curves and everything. You look at it from the side, you can see air bubbles in it too, in the glass. Pretty neat. Now, I don't know exactly where they're located. What we've done here in this beginning section here, we divided up into 4 time periods. This being 1650, 1700, 1800, and 1750, and we've given each one a theme. Now this one obviously is the model shipwright at that time period. There's the gentleman, he's building his model, he has his helper behind him with his high glue bucket there, keeping it, right there for the builder. Now, one thing we did with each one of these vignettes is we located models that are dated from that time period around this, as close as possible. This actually